All right, I'd like to call the meeting to order. Please rise for the pledge. Flag is there. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Secretary.
Dunlop.
Here.
Casper.
Here.
Lloyd here. Barry. Nenza.
Here. 3.1, our superintendent is ill this evening, so I have his report and I am going to read that down for him. I will also be asking cabinet members for any additional details they might want to give in any part of this report that pertains to their area. So, Veterans Day, obviously today, Veterans Day assemblies were held at the schools. Families and members of the community were welcome into the schools to join in our celebrations. We are grateful to all of our veterans and thank them for their service and sacrifice. School Board Member Day. November 15th is designated as School Board Members Day. Our community takes enormous pride in our district. Board members spend many hours each month on district work, attending meetings, and other responsibilities most will never hear or read about. This is time they could spend with their families or themselves. Jeff wants to personally thank all 7 members of our Board of Education for their service, leadership, and commitment to the district and our students. Parent-teacher conferences. There's a little blurb from each principal on regard to their parent-teacher conferences and how they went. Ferrick's parent-teacher conferences were a success with a strong turnout of 70 to 90%. Many of the conferences at Ferrick were student-led, giving students a chance to showcase their progress and take pride in their achievements. The partnership between parents and teachers is critical as it supports our shared commitment to each student's growth and success. This collaboration is vital to ensuring that students feel supported both at home and in school. At Fulton, family participation in Fulton conferences was high. Teachers scheduled 95% of families and very few appointments were missed. Students in attendance shared their goals and progress with their families, and teachers shared how families could support their child in achieving their goals. There were lots of smiling faces coming and going throughout the day. Family conferences were also very well attended at Cruz. Students across all grade levels created goals which were shared with families during the conferences. Families appreciated the input of their students and the opportunity to partner with the teachers. Kindergartners were excited to share the posters they made, which showed things like name writing, what they want to learn, and their favorite part of school. At Memorial, parent-teacher conferences went extremely well this year. Staff were able to share both successes and goals with each parent. Most families that were unable to attend that day scheduled a phone conference. One parent shared, "I feel like I know what's going on because of all the great seesaw communication, but it's always nice to sit down in the room and speak with the teacher." At CMS, parent-teacher conferences were highly successful with strong attendance and meaningful collaboration between families and staff. These meetings provided valuable opportunities to celebrate student success, share information, and develop personalized strategies to adjust areas for growth. We plan to survey both families and staff on structure and format to further enhance the benefits of conferences. Wendy, did you have anything else you wanted to add?
No, I think that said it all.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Moving on, second, the next is Institute Day. The recent Institute Day focused on professional development activities that expose teachers to effective ways to teach vocabulary in line with the Illinois Comprehensive Learning Plan. Educators participated in hands-on workshops that focused on clear instruction, learning across different subjects, and meeting the needs of diverse students. Some staff members participated in the Politics of Location workshop that focused on our personal and professional diversity narratives. It is the foundation for learning how to establish positive relationship with others. Participants began to unpack events from their personal lives that influence their beliefs, values, and thinking. There was a special training for student services that addressed dyslexia. Specials and Encore teachers worked on refining their pacing of priority standards. Also, Wendy, any other thing to
I
add?
think it was great. I think we got a lot of great feedback from the Politics of Location from a variety of different, both classified and certified staff, so that was good. I really enjoyed it, so.
Great. Okay, the school improvement plans for building were shared with the board in a November 1st update, and Jeff asked the board to let him know if we have any questions. The joint annual conference is November 22nd through November 24th. Angela has a packet for us, and reach out to Angela with any questions. We have congratulations this month. Congratulations to Dr. Joe Jatar. He earned his doctorate ED in Educational Leadership and Policy Studies from Northwestern. This is no small feat. Joe thanked his colleagues, saying, "Many at my school don't even know they supported me by giving me grace and being patient with me over the last several years. To all my colleagues, superintendent, and all the other administrators in my district, thank you for your support." Many congratulations. I would also, this is also from Jeff, I would like to congratulate the 26 teachers who qualified for a lane change this fall. Those teachers will receive the lane change this month, which will be paid retroactive to the beginning of the school year. We are grateful to those committed to their time and attention to pursuing educational and bringing, or additional education and bringing their knowledge back to the classroom and to their teams. We do have 3 condolences this month. We received news that Patricia Reese passed away on October 11th. Patricia was first hired in the district in 1968 and retired from District 146 in 2005. After her retirement, she subbed in the district until 2014. Regina Mayer's father passed away on October 23rd. Regina is the secretary at Ferrick. And John Marchese passed away on October 29th. He worked as a para in our district since 2013. His most recent assignment was at CPS. His wife shared that he loved his CPS family. John will deeply be missed. And that is the end of Jeff's report. Any questions from the board that I will write down and give to John? No? Okay, great. 4.1, citizens may address the board. Any citizens to address? No, okay. 5.1, union reports. Eileen?
We stole our thunder a little bit with conversation about PT conferences.
Oh, sorry.
We also had a lot of other events in the buildings the last few weeks. We've had trunk or treats at many of the schools, sponsored by the PTOs and PTAs, where they collected hundreds of pounds of candy. Hundreds of pounds of candy that they distributed to all the kids. I know as president of Memorials, Memorial was a really fun thing for the kids. They came dressed in a costume, even in the full more of some of them, that they can't necessarily wear to school in the parades, but they were dressed like they would when they were going trick or treating, and they had huge, massive bags. So my mom with all the candy in them. They don't have that long weekend, so there you go. Whether come into the building and go to the classrooms and do question and answer sessions after the first, third, fifth grade and choir perform. So that was a weekend. We also have some tour calls in front of the building to do 5 days. And kids are learning about plants, and they're learning about how to raise people's spirits with flowers. And it's been a really fun thing. They were participating in it. We went out there and got in the dirt. Mr. Shar dug, I think, nearly 100 little poles for us, and we're excited to see it all transform things in the springtime. Fingers crossed. Cruz had a veteran assembly this afternoon, was held there, and they had about 20 veterans come in, which is a good number, also being recognized. And they're hosting a stream night for families during American Education Week, November 19th. Fulton also had a trunk or treat by the PTO. They collected a lot of candy as well. And everybody's kind of gearing up for the end of the trimester on Friday, and report cards will be going out, and then we hit the Thanksgiving holiday, and Christmas is only a few weeks behind, so we'll be having our winter break, and everybody's really busy. There's a lot of excitement in the building just because there's a lot coming up. So everyone's doing well.
Thank you very much. Karen?
The ESP union is going to be doing from our local union a food drive, which is separate than the actual kids' food council doing. Whereas if we get into a raffle,
Excuse me.
pictures for our local union, and then we can have a chance to earn or get another $100 for candy that we choose. So we're going to do Tinley Park sales of coat. So we're going to be gathering up food in the lounges. Again, don't want to take away from the kids. The kids, I know, Cruz is doing a student council, the student council is also doing a food run. So we want to do it separately.
Thank you. Moving on, can I have a motion for the consent agenda, please?
Move that we adopt item 6.1, approval of minutes, 6.2, approval of closed session minutes, 6.3, approval of destruction of closed session tapes, 6.4, approval of financial items, and 6.5, approval of personnel items.
Is there a second?
I second.
Any discussion? Secretary, please call the roll.
Hammernick,
Yes.
Shalata,
Yes.
Dunlap,
Yes.
Casper,
Yes.
Lloyd, yes, Nenza.
Yes. 6.6, approval of policy change, second read. These are the policies that we had last month as an information item. Angela, is there anything that needed to be highlighted?
No, many of them are just 5-year reviews. Some, there was some legal references. The Title IX grievance procedure was rewritten in response to the final regulations regarding the implementation of Title IX. And 5.100 staff development program, that was updated as a requirement to the in-service training for the trauma-informed and the Title IX training for staff.
Okay. Is there a motion?
I move that the Board of Education approve the policy changes and revisions as presented.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Okay, Secretary, please call the roll.
Hammernick,
Yes.
Shalata, Dunlap,
Yes.
Casper,
Yes.
Lloyd, yes, Nenza.
Yes. 6.7, approval of school maintenance grant application. Jeff?
Yes, so for the 4th or 5th year in a row, the state is offering $50,000 in matching maintenance grants funds, free money. So we are applying for the replacement of the domestic hot water heaters here at Central. They're original to the building, getting to be near their end of life, so this is a perfect project to fit in for that, and we'll get $50,000 for free from the state for it. It requires board approval, so we're asking for approval tonight.
Is there a motion?
I move that the Board of Education approve the school maintenance grant application as presented.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? Okay, Secretary, call the roll.
Hammernick,
Yes.
Shalata, Dunlap,
Yes.
Casper,
Yes.
Lloyd, yes, Nenza.
Yes. 7.1, CMS facility projects presented by DLA. Matt, would you introduce?
Sure. Eric's going to give us a presentation on a host of projects that we're looking to perform next summer. Eric will highlight the projects and explain the bidding process. Thanks, Eric.
Sure. Great to be here. It's been a little bit of time, but good to see everyone once again. Pretty short presentation here tonight. Basically, we've had some conversations with administration to discuss what we could possibly do for here at the Middle School Central. And some of those items we prioritize for the next 2 years, and I'll be presenting what we are planning on doing for this year. Next year, we're taking a look at possibly doing some painting and some courtyard renovations and maybe some other miscellaneous items. But for this year, we're looking at replacing the new ceilings and also the floor replacement for most of your building. So go to the next slide. Here we see the floor replacement. It's, again, most of the building is going to get replaced. We are replacing some of it in kind. Some of the floor tile that you currently have will be placed with floor tile. But some items are carpeted, such as the upper classroom pod areas. Those are, the hallways, I believe, are currently carpet, and we're going to be replacing those with tile. This is with communication with the school. So this is kind of what they wanted to have happen. Some of the cafetorium and the gym, obviously, will not be replacing that floor tile. It's been, it's in pretty good shape, so we will not be doing that. But, and some of the bathrooms, the ceramic tile, we will not be replacing. But the walk-off carpet, as you can see, the light blue, we will be replacing. But the dark purple, which is the ceramic tile, we won't be. Some of this, the next slide, we'll take a look at, and this is a ceiling replacement. With this, we are replacing not the ceiling grid, but all the ceiling tiles within those areas, the purple areas that you see. All the ceiling tiles and also all the lighting fixtures that are 2x2, 2x4s, and the 1x4s. So all of those light fixtures will be replaced with LED lighting. Some of the lighting that you see, like in this room, those are, we're just going to be replacing the light bulbs, not necessarily the fixtures themselves. replace the light bulbs with LED light fixtures. It'll definitely improve the efficiency of the building and will actually help improve the lighting levels of the building as well. Along with that comes lighting controls, so motion sensors are part of the new code, so that has to be part of that project. So when we get the new light fixtures, you're going to motion sensor, and also we can tune it into the lighting of the outside. When the daylights, when the hallways are light enough, the lights will go off. That's pretty much it. We're looking at a budget we're still working on a budget. I think we're a little bit over what we had anticipated. We're right about $4.2 million to do both of the light fixtures, the ceilings, and the floor. I think we were shooting for like 3 million, 3.2 million roughly, but we're still working on that, but I think we'll be able to get that into a reasonable number that Jeff is going to be happy with. So, another thing that we can do is do a lot of alternates so that we can, if we feel that we might be a little over or under, we'll give some flexibility and some choice to the board once the bids come in. Bidding is looking at to go out in January, so that's kind of why we're trying to expedite this a little bit, because we really want to get on the street so that we can get the bids out and get some good numbers for you. Start of construction will be once the kids walk in and out of the door. We'll have the contractor me moving in and start mobilizing to start the work if you guys approve the project.
Eric, we're going to do December instead of January. That's our goal, to present to the board for approval to go out to bid in December, so. Yeah.
Any questions on the board? No? Okay. Thank you very much. Thanks for being here.
Easy. Great to see you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, 7.2, preliminary tax levy and supplementary tax levy resolution. Jeff?
Yes, so it is tax levy time of the year. So it's just information this month. I'll be asking for approval next month. As you know, the majority of our revenue is from property taxes, about 80%. And we are limited to the consumer price index from year to year. And this year, the CPI is 3.4%. So that is the most that we can receive. Last year's total plus 3.4%. We are going to ask for a little more than 3.4 just to make sure we capture the full 3.4. We could ask for 100%. We're only going to get 3.4. But based on the rules, the way individual funds are capped, we have to ask for slightly more than that. So officially, we're going to be asking for 4.9. We're only going to receive 3.4 regardless. Also, we have received the property tax relief grant again, which requires abating. So the gross amount will be a 3.4% increase, but then we're giving a portion of that back. But the abatement is done at a separate time. That happens in March, or probably at the February board meeting. So the net to the district will only end up being 2 to 2.5% of an increase, and that's what taxpayers will see on their bills. When you combine the increase minus the abatements, it'll be about a 2% increase in a 3.4% CPI year. Let's see, what else? The state passed a new law this year that we have to do a new annual required disclosure, and they're trying to prevent districts from accumulating excess fund balances. So what we have to do is calculate our annual fund balances over the last 3 years and compare that to our expenses over the last 3 years. And the fund balances cannot be any more than 2.5 times our expenses. So anything under 2.5 is good. Anything over, you have to submit a reduction plan to the state. Well, our number is 0.99.
I was going to say, that would be
So
300%.
It would,
wouldn't
it's a huge
Yeah.
number. So we're not anywhere close to it, but we will, it's in board docs. You can see the actual numbers. They're audited numbers. And really, our goal is more like 85%, 0.85. And since we're at that .99, that's the money that we're using to pay for these improvement projects at Central, trying to bring our fund balance back to the level that we're looking for. So I think that's it. Everything's in board docs. There's an explanation of every individual number to get to the 3.4%. There is the resolution that you'll be asked to approve next month. Since we're asking for more, there's a resolution on which funds we're going to reduce. And also, we're doing a supplemental tax levy. So for that one, when we issued bonds 2 years ago, the amount that we repay increases each year based on CPI, but we can only ask for the amount at the time, so we have to pass a supplemental levy. It's a very small amount, like $20,000 out of a $30 million levy. So that's another resolution that will be on there for next month. Bottom line, 3.4% CPI, which will be further reduced by abatements that are going to happen next year.
How much are we abating?
It'll be two different amounts from two different property tax relief grants. The first amount is $2 million, and the second amount is $2.25 million. So total of about $4.5 million.
Quarter.
Okay. 'Cause that's a lot more than,
It is, but we
Well,
abated,
3.4.
the previous year too. So
that's true.
last year we abated 1.9 million and 2 million, so 3.9. So it's only the difference that is extra abatement.
Good deal, thank you.
Any other questions? No? Okay. 7.3, surplus technology equipment to be declared as surplus for sale, donation, or disposal. Fern?
Thank you, Darcy. So in the board docs, we have listed items that to be declared as surplus equipment. Basically, anything that's broken or non-repairable, I will have a recycling company recycle those. And then any equipment that has value will either be sold to a third-party vendor or else we will put it up for sale. And I have the list of the equipment, so we've got a few Dell laptops, a few desktops, a few monitors. We also have some Apple MacBook laptops. And then we have our student iPads that are currently 6 years old. And then we also have some Chromebooks that are approximately five years old. And the last item on the list are laser printers that usually we use those things until they die on us. So those are definitely all broken. Anyway, next month, Dr. Sawick will ask the board to take action for these and to declare them as surplus. Any questions? All right.
All right, and that's all we have for this evening. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
I move to adjourn.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you, everyone.